Hey, what's good, powerful people? This is the Power Living with Purpose podcast with David C. Henderson, and this is the health tip of the week. All right, the health power of alkaline water and foods, part 2. All right, the health tip of the week is sponsored by American Health and Fitness Services. We bring the fitness center to you, virtual fitness and diet services, as well as in-home, on-site, and group services in the central Alabama area, also expanding and hiring nationwide. That website is AmericanHealthFit.com. AmericanHealthFit.com. All right. Okay. So in part 1, I discussed the benefits of an alkaline diet and lifestyle versus the dangers of an acidic diet and lifestyle. A healthy alkaline diet is one that includes lots of fruits and vegetables. All right. Drinking lots of water, even though anything that you make, anything that's not carbonated or caffeinated counts as water. So your juice, milk, even though I don't recommend cow's milk to anyone over the age of 18. So your juice, your milk, your tea, if it's not highly caffeinated, stuff that's lowly caffeinated, that's okay. It's still not 90% water. Doesn't have that effect, diuretic effect. Now, regular coffee, doesn't really count because the diuretic effect goes in, is coming back out. So it's not really staying and hydrating. So non-carbonated, non-caffeinated. Also carbonated, when you drink soda, beer, sparkling water, all that, your body has to do all the processing and adjusting and balancing out because it's so acidic. It has to do all that balancing out to get your body back in homeostasis that it doesn't qualify as just 100% water because it's not just going in and staying in. It's causing all type of chemical reactions in your body, and that's causing your body to use energy to digest because it's carbonated. So like them Soda Stream commercials, they are lying to your face. Talking about acting like that stuff is straight water. That stuff is carbonated water. Is not water. It is carbonation. All right, so anyway, a healthy alkaline diet is one that lots of fruits and vegetables, water, preferably alkaline water or things made with water, and a lifestyle that does not include smoking, tobacco, heavy drinking of alcohol, and poorly managed stress or anger, because anger and stress raise your body's acidity levels. All right, an unhealthy acidic lifestyle is one that's full of red meat, carbs, especially sugar, processed foods, fried foods, sugary foods and drinks, and carbonated beverages. All right, soda, beer, and sparkling water as well. All right, it's not healthy. Leave it alone. Pour it down the drain. All right. Now, it's also let me see. Okay, yeah, that's like I said, poorly managed stress and anger, smoking, tobacco, drinking alcohol daily, other than a small amount of wine, which has been shown to be okay. Heavy drinking, anything more than a small amount, poorly managed stress and anger, that's the acidic lifestyle. So when it comes to the most alkaline foods and drinks, let's try to keep these as a large part of your diet. All right, alkaline foods, the top alkaline foods. The only thing about doing the research online is so many conflicting lists. This list got that, this list got that. So, I mean, I had to go through so many lists to finally try to figure out, what's what. But this is what the top alkaline foods that showed up on multiple lists. All right, cucumbers and pickles, because pickles are made out of cucumbers. So I try to make a habit of eating some type of pickle every day. Some like the little small ones. I try to eat some type of pickle every day. So cucumbers, kale, spinach, and unless you have a bad reaction to either one, then you can go with either one. If you like, if you don't have a good reaction to kale, go with spinach. If you don't have a good reaction to spinach, go with kale. All right, and other leafy greens, your collards, your turnips, and so forth and so on. Broccoli, which is cruciferous. Broccoli and cauliflower are cruciferous vegetables. Also, Brussels sprouts are cruciferous. Avocados, beans, beets. Beets are like a superfood. They're just amazing. Carrots, watermelon, cantaloupe, honeydew. Those are the melon full of water. Strawberries, also full of water. Blueberries, pomegranates. Now, some of these are not alkaline in their natural pH, but they become alkaline. They're alkaline forming, so they become alkaline after digestion. All right, so that's your blueberries, pomegranates, bananas, apples, lemons, and limes. All right, so like I said, it may not be alkaline upon the time that you chew them, but they're become alkaline in the bloodstream. So that's like the lemons and limes. All right, as well as healthy fat sources such as olive oil, coconut oil, flaxseed, and nuts. All right, that's alkaline foods. Now, next part, alkaline drinks. All right, the top alkaline drinks, number one, of course, alkaline water. However, with alkaline water, don't drink it with a big meal because your body still needs stomach acid to digest the meal. So immediately after your meal, don't drink alkaline water. Or if you drink alkaline water with a meal, only drink a small amount, like 4 ounces or so. Definitely less than 8 ounces. Now, you can drink as much alkaline water as you want before the meal, but during and after, small amounts. All right, because you need that digestive acid to break down the food. All right, so and then 30 minutes to an hour afterwards, then you can go ahead and drink as much alkaline water as you want. All right, or you can sip slow for the next hour. All right, now the top alkaline drinks outside of alkaline water and anything made with it, coffee, tea. Even though it's not hydrating, making coffee with alkaline water is still alkaline. All right, unless you do decaf and it's fully hydrating then. But your tea, your fruit aids, and we got to think outside the box of lemonade. Lemonade and limeade are not the only type of fruit aids. All you got to do is cut up some fruit, put it in the water, put some sweetener in it, and you got fruit aid. You can make strawberry aid, blueberry aid. You can make orange aid. You can make any type of aid you want, any type of fruit aid that you want. All you got to do is just take some fruit, put it in the water, cut it up, and put some sweetener in there. That's not white sugar. Splenda, stevia, we put Splenda at the bottom of the list. Put stevia, honey for anybody who's active. If you're not very active, then try to go more stevia than honey. Honey still has sugar, but it digests slowly over the course of the day. So your stevia, your monk fruit is good. What other ones? Agave, other things. Anything except for white sugar. Splenda is still way better than white sugar, unless you're going to burn it off immediately. All right, so if you get ready to do some exercise, then that's the time for your white sugar, just right before exercise. Any other time, not at all. Leave it alone. It is one of the most harmful substances on the face of the planet. And sugar and cocaine are close cousins. They are very close cousins. You just don't have all the hallucinogenic effects. But sugar and cocaine have many of the very same exact outcomes on the body. All right, I'll do that eventually one day. Sugar and cocaine, close cousins. Okay, all right. So alkaline drinks. The other one, the thing about tea is that tea does not have to be hot to be effective. So you can take a shaker cup, preferably 32-ounce protein shaker cup. You can take the ball out, put you some water or sugar-free drink mix or juice. Even though juice, 4 ounces of juice, 4 ounces of fruit juice is the most you should really drink at a time because of the sugar content. So I like to take 16 ounces of water, put a sugar-free drink mix in there, shake it up, then put 4 ounces of juice on top of that. All right, so that way it splits it up. But if you take a protein shaker cup, you put your drink in there, and then you put your tea bags in there, and you just close the top up. That tea is going to diffuse out through the water throughout the time that it's in there. And it really doesn't even take that long. Within a couple of minutes, a tea bag is diffused even in cold water. All right, so tea bags don't have to be hot to diffuse. All right. If you heat it up for a minute, it's going to diffuse. But if it's cold for 5 or 10 minutes, that tea bag is still diffused. If you don't believe me, take the tea bag and then go put it in a new glass of water and see how much is left. And you'll see most of the tea is diffused out. All right. So that's one of the biggest health hacks you can do is putting tea bags into a bottle every day throughout the day. And you just drink it cold. And you don't want to shake it up too much. You don't want to tear them up. But that's one of the best things you can do And like I said, I do the shaker cup with 32 ounces. I fill it up with sugar-free drink, sweeten it, stevia, and a little honey, and put my tea bags in there, and I'm good until that's gone. Then I fill it back up again, and after by that time, then you want to pour them out because you don't want to. They'll start breaking up after that. After about 2 refills. All right, so the cold, and then also cold coffee, which is by far the #1 best energy drink on the planet because it's not carbonated, and it is you can make it with alkaline water, and you can sweeten it yourself with anything other than white sugar, stevia, honey, agave, monk fruit, Splenda, and it's not it's not super caffeinated like the energy drinks that are mostly on the market. Most energy drinks on the market too much caffeine, because you really only want to get about 100 milligrams at a time, not 200 and 300 at a time. So your cold coffee is perfect for that. It's got the perfect amount of caffeine. It's not carbonated. You control the sugar yourself if you make it yourself. And then if you get it to go at a drive-through, then you just ask them, can I get it a sugar-free made with Splenda? Typically, all drive-through restaurants now have restaurants with drive-through. They that serve coffee. Typically, they all have at least Splenda if they don't have stevia. All right, so that's your list of the best, not counting out all other fruits and vegetables, but that's the best list of alkaline foods and alkaline drinks, how to drink alkaline. Most importantly, stay away from carbonation. All right, and other than that, just remember that your health is in your hands. It's not your health is not your doctor's responsibility. Your health is your responsibility. Doctors only tell you what went wrong. Your job is to figure out how to make everything right, so that they don't. So when you go there, all they're doing is just check. Everything's good. All right, that's your job. Their job is to tell you what's wrong. Your job is to figure out how to make everything right. All right, and eventually you can make everything so right that you can come off of all those prescription medicines when your body is functioning like it's supposed to actually function through a diet that's full of fruits and vegetables, not high in carbs, not high in red meat, not high in sugar, mostly fruits and vegetables, lots of water, and exercise every day. Every day you should be doing either one or two things, either breaking a sweat or creating some soreness for the next day. So every day, either some type of sweat or soreness for that day, sweat for that day, or creating soreness for the next day. That's how you reverse your age. You stay younger, you look younger, you feel better, and all of that. Or you don't actually, you can reverse your age physically, or you can hold it, stopping it in place. And as you get age, you won't be physically aging. You'll just be chronologically aging. All right. Well, that is the health tip of the week. And I know I touched on multiple topics, but that's health of the week. Remember, fruits and vegetables are nature's medicine. They help you stay alkaline. And if you need a personal diet plan, AmericanHealthFit.com, we got you. And in terms of in-home services, we're expanding nationwide. Eventually, every major U.S. city in the United States, we will be there. All right. And with services, personal trainers, sports services, all of that. And then we're going into mental health services as well, life coaching and all of that. And then food truck business, food prep business, everything, all of that, you name it, nationwide, eventually worldwide. Stay powerful, my friends.